Now, from what I understand, there are some newer type of techniques, you know, facials and so forth. They've been around for a long time, although improved as you go along. But there are a couple new things out.
Exactly. I have a new program that I'm offering. It's called MicroPhototherapy treatments. And what it is, it's a combination of a heat and light treatment that you use on the skin. And it does a couple of things. First of all, in general, it helps to rejuvenate the skin. So it helps to make the skin appear more toned, brighter, more luminous. So it's great for someone who wants to freshen up their skin, make their skin look more youthful. It also helps with hyperpigmentation because it goes into the skin as the heat penetrates through the skin. It helps to break apart the hyperpigmentation or the browning of the skin. And it also helps to close off those tiny broken blood vessels. So when you have a lot of flushing in your skin, it helps to calm down the redness in the skin. So it does a lot of things. It's a great treatment. With this treatment, as with a lot of treatments like this, you can do it as a one-time treatment, but you really do get best results if you do a series of them. And I usually recommend 6, maybe 6 over a period of 3 weeks. Because what happens is every time you do it, you get cumulative results. Because it takes time for the skin to respond. One of the things that this treatment does, it goes into the skin and stimulates the fibroblast cells. And those are the cells that actually produce collagen in the skin. And collagen is what gives us this nice, plump, firm texture in our skin. And as we get older, the collagen tends to diminish over time, and that's why we get lines. So when you're stimulating these cells, it takes time for them to build back up. So that's why you often see better results from a treatment a couple weeks after you have it. Yes, exactly.
And I'm still trying to picture in my mind how these treatments, whether it's a camera or how it's being done. Will you be able to possibly give us an idea of what this is like?
Absolutely.
Who are you going to use as a model?
I'd like to ask you.
Oh, here we go again. Hey. And here I am again, another subject on the table, but I'm excited about this one. And Lisa, why don't you explain to everybody what you're doing to me, please?
Okay. All right. I've got Bob on my facial bed here, and this is typically how you'd be in here if you were having this type of treatment, which is a microphototherapy treatment. Now I have washed Bob's face because you always want to start with a clean skin and a dry skin, so there's nothing on the skin. And what I'm going to do with this treatment is I'm going to give him a light treatment, and what this does is it goes into the skin, into the lower part of the dermis, and actually does several things. For one thing, what it does is if you have hyperpigmentation on the face or browning areas of the face, it helps to blast them apart so they dissipate and go away. If you have some broken capillaries on the skin or redness in the skin, someone who has rosacea and has a lot of flushing in their skin, the light and the heat goes through and it actually helps to close those vessels down and diminish the redness in the skin. And the other thing that it does is it goes in again to those fibroblast cells and stimulates the collagen production. So after having these treatments, your skin's actually going to feel plumper, firmer, and it's going to have a nice glow. Actually, even after one treatment, your skin's going to feel great. It's going to feel nice and soft. It's going to feel very rejuvenated.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait.
So let's get started. This is the set that I'm going to use. Again, this is a combination of light and heat. The light starts through the skin, converts the energy into heat, and heat goes down into the skin. So I'm going to start on Bob's forehead. How'd that feel?
Great.
A little warm.
Just very little.
You do have a little bit of a heat there. And I'm going to work my way down along his forehead area. I want to make sure that I get all the areas where he might have some lines. Sometimes people have furrows across the brow, around the orbital bone. Maybe turn the hair a little bit for me.
Sure.
The reason why I have him wearing goggles is because we just want to protect the eye from the light pulses.
And it definitely is bright, so I'm glad I'm wearing the goggles.
People especially like this treatment around their eyes because you get those little crow's feet around the eyes. And it allows me to get in nice and close with this headset.
Will this tan me at the same time?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
You don't do any tanning here. Unless it's the kind you put on with a lotion.
Yep, we spoke about that,
Yeah,
and I agree
it's
with you.
not good. This is also a very good, some of you know, this is also a very good treatment for someone who has oily skin, because what it does is it temporarily shuts down the sebaceous glands, which produce oil. So someone who has a lot of oil or broken out skin, it does a great job of calming that oil down. I'm also going to do your labial folds right here. People get creases around the mouth here. It's a common place for them.
Sounds good. We
Yes,
good?
We're good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll be back to you in a minute.